Good morning, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome aboard the Cosmic Chariot. I'm going to be your tarot reader today. My name is Sally. How are you guys doing? Alright, so Sagittarius, this is going to be your past life reading. Not all messages will resonate, but take our resonates and leave the rest behind. For that being said, if you do find that you're resonating with any of these messages, you're welcome to hit that like button or hit that subscribe button to let me know that you're resonating or enjoying my content. Alright, so Sagittarius, this will be a general reading. So, this may not resonate with you. Some messages will. That's why it's a general reading. But you can message me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, wherever you have me added, and you can ask for a private reading. I do readings for free. Sagittarius, how are you guys doing? All right, Saggy. Let's see what you got for your past life reading. So, I'm going to be pulling 6 cards. Each card will represent something different that happened in your past life. So just take it as it resonates and leave the rest behind. For that being said, your first card will be who you were in this past life. So in this past life, you could have been a Leo, but this is someone that had a hard time finding, new starts or new beginnings. Maybe you stayed in the same cycle over and over again, and it was very tough and hard on you. Alright? But this is also, it could be that you weren't the happiest person on earth. You kind of were a bit unhappy because usually the Sun card means happiness and it's upside down, so yeah. Alright, so with card number 2, this will be what you did in that past life. So you made judgment calls, or maybe you judged other people. You could have also been a musician. Someone that plays music, obviously, but or you could have just been someone that maybe you were a fisherman because there's a lot of water here. There's boats here as well. You could have also had to do with finances. Maybe you were a banker because there's crates here as well. So that could be that. Let's see. What challenges did you face? Card number 3. So for card number 3, you have the Hierophant in reverse. So that tells me that you faced a lot of challenges when it came to listening to your intuition or making decisions. So you had a hard time making decisions. And that could be where this judgment call is coming into play, where or judgment. Like you always had to make the final call, and you didn't know whether it was going to be the right thing or the wrong thing. You just had to go for it, right? There was no one else that you could go to talk to. You just had to, try your best and see the end result. And if you succeeded, then great. If you didn't, then, it's what it is, right? But let's see card number 4. How did you die in this past life? Okay, you could have been a lion tamer, but you could have been mauled by a lion or a bear or by an animal, or this could mean that your strength got the best of you, and maybe you were lifting some weights and you lifted some weights that were just too heavy for you and it ended up crushing you. But for other people, I'm getting that you died a very natural death. Some very nurturing, loving death, and this could also represent that you were a Leo in that past life. Again, the Sun card and, the Strength card both represent Leo, and then you have the Hierophant and the Judgment card, which represents Libra, so you could have been a Libra as well. But either way, Sagittarius, I see that, for some of you, you died a very nurturing or a very peaceful death. For others, it was brutal and horrific. But yeah, you guys will resonate with each one, whichever one I said, and you resonate with, then you know which one is which. But yeah. Alright, so let's see. Card number 5. What lessons did you learn in this past life? Okay, so you learned a lot about finances because maybe you were just a bit unstable. So maybe you weren't the best banker, or maybe you just had a hard time, building strong foundations, and that could be where the judgment call was. You know, you made a foundation. You weren't sure if it was going to stand or not, and you didn't find out until the end result, and then it ended up falling apart, and then you had to restart again. But you had a very hard time building foundations. That could be with relationships. It can be with actual building, like a tower or just like a castle. You know, whatever it is. But I feel like you had a hard time with money and, you know, foundations. So when it comes to card number 6, how has this past life affected you in this one, or how has it influenced you in this life? So you have the Page of Swords. So I'm getting that you didn't really learn a lot in this past life, even though you're supposed to learn something from each past life. You didn't really take anything from this past life because maybe this was your first past life, and you know, you were still like a beginner, so you took a lot out of it, but you also didn't take much. You kind of just like, yeah, or maybe you didn't think that you needed any of the information, and you just kind of went into the next life like, oh, I needed that information. I need, like, oh, I didn't even realize, like, okay. But yeah, for some of you, you just had a very hard time learning. Maybe you had something with your sword skills. It was very lacking, but you still had some. Maybe it had to do with fencing or, you know, actual swords. But either way, yeah. So let's see what you got for any clarity cards. So what should we clarify? Let's clarify more on card number 3. Let's clarify the challenges that you faced. So what other challenges besides making decisions did Sagittarius face during this time? What other decision or what other things did Sagittarius face when it comes to challenges during this time? Alright. Relationships, yeah. So you had a very hard time, you know, finding relationships, possibly even having children. But either way, you couldn't build that proper foundation. There was always like something that got in the way of like a new start. Maybe it was people, maybe it was energies, whatever. You know, you did your own thing. You went with the flow. You tried building foundations the best you could, but you just had a very hard time doing it. Alright? So, Sagittarius, that's going to be your past life reading for today. And yeah, so I hope you guys resonate and enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help grow my channel, and I really do appreciate it. Namaste. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links will be down in the description box below. If you want to check out any of the other videos on my channel, you can hit that channel button, and it'll take you to a whole bunch of videos on my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.